and how did this all come about?
And honestly, I was getting ready to go with the Colts. Got a call late last night from Coach Flus, man, and he told me, he said, look, this would be a great opportunity for you. And he said, I really thank you. You fit right in with our guys. You fit right in with our scheme. You fit right in with what we're trying to accomplish. Your the way you go about your work, the way you go about, as a character, as a man, like it just fits in with what we have going on over here with the Bears. And I just fell in love, with the conversation we had, and I believed in what he was talking about. Here we are today.
As you introduce yourself to Bears fans, how would you describe the player that you're going to be, that you're coming to?
Man, explosive, energetic, having fun, team guy, love to win games. Love to win games.
You had some of the best numbers of your career last year. What was your assessment of your season?
Honestly, I really, that's just a tribute to the guys that I play with, honestly, because those guys worked their tails off like the whole off season. Obviously, previous seasons before that, when we didn't have the success that we had this past year, and even though we came short, those guys, they worked hard day in and day out, every practice, every walkthrough, everybody was locked in, no matter what the circumstances was. The week prior, guys are working, and that's how they came about. We all played together. And I just happened to make a couple plays here and there.
When Coach Eberflus called you last night, obviously the thing with Larry and the physical is nobody's happy about that.
Yeah.
But did you get the impression that it created this opportunity that made Chicago an attractive place for you?
I always, once I knew Coach Flus was here, I always, thought this would be a good place for me, a good fit for me. And, what happened with Larry is terrible. He's a great guy coming from Cincinnati, man. He played with one of my best friends, B.J. Hill. And, great guy. Both of those guys, great guys. Larry, hell of a player, made a lot of plays last year. Like, he deserved everything he was about to get, man. And, it's just terrible how that went about. But, obviously, it's an opportunity, that I can take advantage of. And, I'm really excited to be here, really excited to get to know these guys, get to work with these guys and just show them that, hey, I'm here to win games with you guys. I'm here to win the championship. And I'm here to put on a show for these fans.
Justin, why do you think that you're such a good fit in this defense? And you studied much about it. This is very similar to the one that Lovie Smith ran with Brian Urlacher and Charles Tillman and all those guys. Did you study that much, and do you know much about it?
We've been traveling, a long time today. The flight's been pretty long, and it was a long night trying to figure out what team we're going to and everything. So I haven't really had the time to really sit down and really diagnose how I'm fitting in the scheme and how I go about doing all those things. And I just I believe in what Coach Flus was talking about. I believe in obviously the player that Larry was and what type of player he was, and we fit the same kind of play style and everything. So just like I said, I just believe in what he was talking about, and I knew I was gonna fit right in. So
you said you got the call late last night. Can you just describe what the emotions are of probably a whirlwind 24 hours for you?
Man, like I said, I was ready to go to the Colts, and he called me, and he didn't press me to make a decision, but he did tell me like, hey, this would be a great opportunity for you, and the guys here are amazing, and the facilities are amazing. The staff here is amazing. Training staff, coaches. It's a family atmosphere, from the top with the owners and the GM to the bottom to the players. Like it's a family atmosphere here, and that's one thing I'm big on family. And just for me to be able to come and fit in and be a part of this puzzle, that's amazing.
How close were you to signing with the Colts? Like, if you didn't get that call last night, would you be in Indianapolis today?
I probably would.
Where were you last night?
I was at home.
And then you flew here this morning?
This morning, so yeah, I got the phone, with Chicago maybe around like noon, maybe around like midnight, and I was on a flight here at 9:45 this morning, and here we are.
And how much time, Justin, have you had to think about giving up playing in the sun near the beach to be in Chicago in November 7th?
Man, like I said, I just want the best opportunity, to win a championship. I want to be able to play, with these guys, and to be surrounded by the elite talent that we have, and the elite talent that's walked these halls, and the coaches, and just the just the eager group of guys to go out there and win games and just play for each other. That's one thing, that Coach Flus talked to me about is that, every guy on this team plays hard and they play for one another because of that family atmosphere that goes through this building, and I'm ready to be a part of that.
So Bears fans have gotten a little skeptical, but it sounds like with you guys around the league, when people say Chicago Bears, it still really means something.
Yeah. It's a great deal of history that comes through these walls. When I walked in through, the main entrance, and I seen all the history, from Walter Payton, and just him in general. Obviously, everybody that's a household name, and everybody knows the type of guy that was, and just just the amount of legendary, the amount of kids that wanted to be like him, and the amount of people who wanted to take after his work ethic and everything. I can tell that's in the threads of the DNA that's in this organization, and I want to be a part of that.
Justin, where's home?
Where's home?
Yeah.
New York, South Carolina.
South Carolina?
Yeah.
And, and did you talk to Jay Rogers at all about Chicago?
He called me. He called me when I was on the flight over here, and he left me a nice message saying that, hey, I really think this is the place for you, and the staff over there is really nice. The training staff is over there is really nice. The facilities is really nice. You're gonna fit right in, and he loved it here. He loved it here, and he talks about Chicago all the time. When we was at practice, even in LA, he'll talk about reminisce on the times he had here, and just hearing him talk about it and hearing the excitement and the passion that he had talking about Chicago, like that also played in my head too when I made my decision.
Justin, when you look at your career in LA and the injuries and then the way you finished last year, how much potential do you still see for yourself in this league? I mean, how kind of excited are you for the opportunity to put it all together?
Like I said, I'm here. Bears got me here, to help the team, and the scheme that's in place, I'll be able to showcase my ability. I feel like sky's the limit for the team as a whole. I feel like if we all work together and we all, play for each other, like, Coach Flus was talking about last night, like, sky's the limit for everybody in this building. And, who's telling what we can do this next season? So I'm excited.
You have had some bad injury luck over your career. Have you done anything different in your training and your preparation this year to try and finally play a full 16 or 17-game season?
Oh, for sure. I mean, obviously some of the injuries I have, I can't really say that a training or the way I was training was different, or if I could have done something better. Some of that is just luck. You fall the wrong way and you land on something the wrong way, or somebody lands on you. Like it's a tough game we play. So every time you take that field, it's a risk that anything can happen. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's more so just making sure my body is flexible enough, making sure my body is able to withstand some of the beating that we take, being in the trenches and everything. But like I said, nothing's 100%. You take the field, there's always a chance that you can get hurt. That's for any player, anybody that's between those lines.
Before Coach Flus called you last night, how much interaction had you had with him?
I haven't had much, but like I said, when he called, I can feel the passion, and I can feel what he was talking about when it comes to playing for each other, playing for a family, being in an organization that's family owned, and people who owners that come and sit with players, and GMs that come and just talk to anybody in the organization. Like that's amazing, and like I said, just having the opportunity to be a part of all that is great.
You said Hill's one of your best friends.
Say it again?
You said B.J. Hill's one of your best friends?
Yeah.
What do you know about, did you know Larry then, just kind of through him?
So it's funny, Larry and I trained together, and we trained together for a brief period of time. It was maybe a couple of days. We went out there for like a D-line thing, and B.J. Hill's been my guy forever though. Like I said, since NC State, we came in together. We weren't roommates because he came in December and I was here, over the summer. But we played on D-line together. He was the nose, I was a 3 technique. Obviously with Chubb and Street, that D-line right there was a pretty good group of guys, and they'll be my friends. So the day I'm not here. So.
You're pretty close to Brother Chubb's, right?
Yeah.
How has he helped you with football? I was reading that you didn't start football until 8th grade, and then I think you went to the same high school as him?
So we're actually from the same county, and he went to Hillgrove, I went to South Cobb, and we played each other every year, and but we've trained together since we were in the 6th grade, getting up at 5 o'clock, going in there working out, then going to class, and we've been doing that on repeat every off season, in season training, with Champion Performance, Grindhouse, and Austell, Georgia. That's where we was at, and so we just kind of stuck it together. When colleges came to talk to us, they'll come to my school, they'll go to his school, they'll go to his school first, they'll come to my school, and so it just made sense. We're training together all the time, and all these schools are coming to see us simultaneously. We might as well just try to go the same direction. Like we're taking all the same visits, we might as well go to the same school. So that's exactly what we did.
Any of your new Bears teammates reach out to you?
Say it again?
Any of your new Bears teammates reach out to you?
Not yet. Like I said, everything is pretty new. Like I just got the call like in the wee hours of the morning. Like so, everything is pretty new. So once the dust settle, I'm pretty sure some of the guys will reach out. If not, I'll reach out myself. I don't have a problem with that. So just introducing myself and letting the guys know that hey, I'm one of those guys you can trust. But I'm not the one to be like hey, I'll tell you, but I'd rather show you through my work ethic. How I'm coming this season, just so they know that hey, I'm here to play for y'all.
Do you own a winter coat?
Yeah.
Do you own a winter coat?
I got a puffer jacket, but I think I might need a thicker one. I'll be able to get one. Trust me.
Justin, so much of the Bears' future is based on Justin Fields right now, and you've been playing with the guy who's kind of the role model for him. What makes Justin Herbert special?
He's a great guy. Like, you see the way he carries himself when he takes the field. First of all, when he talks to his teammates, there's no top tier, low tier. It's no he's a Pro Bowler. He's undrafted or he's on practice squad and he's a Hall of Famer. It's none of that. He knows every player by name. He goes around, he talks to everybody. He plays ping pong with everybody, makes jokes. You know what I'm saying? Like he's really shy, and it's funny to see him interact with with the camera and the media, getting all the publicity he's getting because he's not used to it, and it's so funny. But probably one of the most humble guys I've ever met in my life, and I can honestly say that he's gonna do some great things with his career, and I'm just glad that I was able to see him take off.
Have you met Fields? Do you know anything about him?
I haven't met Fields, but I know he's from Cobb County.
Okay.
Yeah, Harrison High School. I played him too. Obviously, I'm a little bit older, but yeah.
Speaking more about your Chargers teammates, is there anything in particular you learned from Jerry Tillery?
Just being able to understand the way different people are. Just being able to understand different characteristics and different traits and how people use that to bring the best out of each other. So Jerry's the type of guy where he can say one thing, but when it comes to football, you can tell he really loves that. You know what I'm saying? Like even if let's say it's a tough game for himself and he's beating himself up, I know that Monday when we come to film study, he's locked in, ready to learn something else. I know when Wednesday comes, when we're out here in practice and we got pads on, I know that he's gonna come to work, regardless of how he feels about anything. When he has a great game, it's the same mentality, and that's what makes him who he is. And I appreciate having the opportunity to play with him.